Oh, you know, I for one thing, I should probably end all of my things by saying Chasky like that. I also, there is one thing I didn't realize. So, I was reading this as my ship was 33 meters long. My ship is 66 meters long. This is the center. It is 33 meters here, 20 meters here. That's a one dumb thing. That's just a dumb thing. That was a dumb on my part. And that, so, like, oh, well, why are there even 80, the 80 meters, you can't land a ship that's 80 meters long, and it seemed to me like it was like, oh, well, it's 40 meters. No, that's very wrong. So. Alright, again, feel like I took longer on that last planet, so we're going to try and hurry through this. You know, I think... So, there have been a few, like, posts on Star Citizen, r/Star Citizen, about, like, Starfield refugees. People coming over from Starfield. I haven't read any of them. I'm curious, though. Because it's, like... Mechanically, this might be a more sound game a fair amount of the time, if we're honest. But also, it does kind of feel like... I don't know. Star Citizen doesn't necessarily feel like it's got more, but it's just... In terms of immersion, it definitely has more immersion. Mechanical stability, not as much. Yeah, although sometimes it can be okay. And of course it's an MMO and, you know, all that stuff. I could have sworn there was a ship that landed down here, probably bounty hunters. Well, it has to be bounty hunters because there's no ship landing site. Although it could be something else. It looks like that's a ship. Maybe wrong. Yeah, what else? Oh, the fabrication for, Star Citizen. It's like 90% of what I wanted. Well, maybe not. I don't know. They haven't fleshed it out yet, but like... So you have to get blueprints for stuff. And those blueprints can be mission rewards or rare finds from, like, NPC shops. Presumably you can also... I would hope that you can also steal the blueprints, or, well, obviously buy them off of players. I mean, that's a given. That's a definite given. But, like, being able to steal them, like, hack them out of things, because they also talked about, distribution centers, which is to say, like, larger dungeons, and basically larger dungeons, more substantial areas where you can actually go and get quests from I guess, like, probably not like super high level managers or necessarily. Probably you would get those, it would be quests that you get from like the virtual AI that are supposed to be like, you know, NPCs who can do stuff. NPCs who can do player things, basically. I think. Well, let's just take their emergency supplies and see what is going on here. This really isn't a terrible layout for a ship, gotta admit. Oh, or there could just be nobody. Seriously? I'm trying to remember where the thing was. There we go. Nothing I'm actually interested in. Now, there's been a lot of, like, they just don't spawn stuff here, and I don't know why. Oh, yeah, but everything else, so the fabrication, I'm trying to think, was there anything in specific? Oh, I guess there was also, like, the idea of reverse engineering stuff, where, like, you would take an item and then, disassemble it, basically, and then get a blueprint out of it. You do a mini game, and like depending on how well you do that mini game, it's, you know, like it depends on how well you have disassembled the item or how good quality the blueprint is, and like the max, and you know, like, oh, and like, you know, it's a thing of like the blueprint, you only get like a certain number of uses out of it before you have to buy another one or something. I don't know. I should make a video, like, actually going over every possible thing about it. Being like, hey, so I know you're like, you know, in the process of going through these things, let me just put my recommendation here, just, you know, for the sake of having it, right? That's definitely the exciting thing. I'm more like, I don't know. Like, it isn't everything Star Citizen needs or wants to do that they had at CitizenCon 2953, but they, but it was a lot of stuff, you know, so, till next time, have a good day, great day even, Chowskis.